So this is a really interesting piece that I picked up last month. Popped up for sale, and I absolutely had to jump on it. This is a pretty early Gil Hibben folder. This was done according to the Maker's Mark, having the Louisville, Kentucky location. According to Libin Hibben, that puts it at the early 90s at the most recent. Could go back even a little further than that, late 80s possibly. Gil, of course, is best known for his fantasy style art knives and fighters and stuff like that. This definitely does have his swoopy, aggressive styling, for sure, but in more of a almost kind of a folding hunter or folding dagger style with that aggressive swedge there. It has a really neat, almost kind of a fly lock mechanism, or kind of a early, it's not really a deadbolt mechanism. Linda said she might have been able to come across some old parts that would show me exactly how this works, but I don't think she was able to find those. Big surprise. But I was able to get a little bit of information, and I believe it's working off a groove milled in blade in the tang there, and a pin on the end of this lock bar that moves back and forth, and that goes through the blade. I don't know if I have enough light here to really show you. Oh, there we go. You can see the lock bar goes all the way through the slab, and I believe it comes up to about here and ends in a pin running through the blade, interacting with that groove. It locks in the open and the closed position, so you do have to release the lock to open it. Then you can see the lock stays retracted through the full run until it gets into the open position locking notch. Really nice inner frame, stainless steel handles. Feels like stainless, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't have any sort of yellowing that would indicate that it was nickel silver. Nice file work on the full length backspacer. Comes all the way up and around. Locks up nice and tight. Gil said that this was a lock design that he never patented. It was made with him and a friend who was not actually a knife maker. But he and a friend came up with this and brought it to fruition. I don't know how many he made, but this one is numbered 008, so made at least 8 of them. I believe I've seen one other for sale online. It was quite a few years back, if I remember right, but there is one of these in Arizona Custom Knives archives with a different handle material. I think it was a blue handle material. This one has really nice gnarly stag. You can see it's fully pinned construction. There's a pin there. I think there's another one right there. Definitely one right there. No, there's not one there because that's open, but you can see it. There we are. There's one right there, one right there. There's probably one under the stag somewhere in here, and then you've got the pivot pin right there. So there's no chance of me taking this thing apart to really show you how it works, but I think we've got it pretty well figured out. Really neat piece. I've always wanted a Hibben custom, and this is definitely not the one that I thought I would pick up. He very rarely did folders, as far as I know of. I sure haven't seen very many of them. So, really interesting piece of history. I'm glad I was able to get some information directly from Linda and Gil. So, definitely thank you for that. This is a really cool piece for the collection. I don't really have a whole lot more information, but I just want to show it off a little bit more. So we'll run this out to 5 minutes. So there you go.